Hi guys, welcome to Palace to the Core. My name is Stephen Dawes. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for your continued support. Right, so we had the press conference for the Wolves game, which is coming up very soon, and as you can imagine, after our FA Cup victory, a lot of the questions were about the FA Cup and also about Europe. In terms of injury news, he said that Adam Wharton and Mark Gahey won't be available for the Wolves game. He said obviously Mark Gahey's got that bruising to his eye. Adam Wharton has got concussion, so he's not going to be available for the Wolves game. He's also not going to be available for the Liverpool game. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but I think we'd rather have him fit and well and able to keep going throughout the rest of the throughout the close season and into the next season. So that's the team news in a way. He was asked if he felt that that the team could raise their game again for the game against Wolves, or whether the situation over the FA Cup win and the celebrations afterwards, whether they could, whether there would be any repercussions from that, whether there would be a little bit of a lull after that. He says he's not entirely sure at the moment. He said he gave him Sunday off, and he said that he's set the goal of getting the most points that Crystal Palace have ever got, which means we need to get 2 more points. I think it's 2 more points we need to get. He said that they've been promised 2 days off if they're able to reach that target. They had wanted it to be, they did want to have 2 days off after the FA Cup, but Oliver Glasner said no, we're going to get 2 days off if we beat our number of points in the Premier League. So it's a bit of motivation for them. Obviously the Wolves game is our last home game, so it's going to be an amazing atmosphere there, and I'm sure that the lads, with the atmosphere in Selhurst Park on the last home game, I'm sure they're going to raise their game and give it a good go. But of course, if they don't, I don't think anyone will be too surprised. I mean, it was an amazing celebration, and of course a lot of the players went to the Box Park after the game as well to do a bit of celebrating with the fans. So I would forgive them for being a little bit lacklustre against Wolves, shall we say. I mean, Wolves is going to be a tough game for us. It's not going to be an easy game. I'm not necessarily thinking that we're going to storm out and beat them heavily. I think that it might be a very close game. I'm probably going to go for a draw, because I think that we are going to be a little bit hungover, not literally, but I think there will be a little bit of tiredness and a little bit of lethargy. That's the word, lethargy. After the celebrations, so I'm going to go for a draw. I would love to hear your thoughts, of course, down in the comment section, whether you think that this is going to be a win or a draw. Your score predictions down in the comment section, as always. Would you believe it? I ordered myself a new Palace shirt for the FA Cup final. I ordered it about a month ago. It didn't turn up on time for the FA Cup game. It's arrived today, so it's a little bit late, but I'm going to be wearing it for the Charity Shield, so it's going to get some use anyway, and hopefully I might even wear it for the celebration in Croydon. I'm hoping to get there, but we'll have to wait and see how that happens. So anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you think about the Wolves game, whether you think we're going to win it or not. Also let me know what you think about the injury situation as well. Also briefly, they were asked about, or Oliver Glasner was asked about preparations for Europe. He said, one of the journalists said, have you already discussed preparations for Europe and things like that? And he said, well, we were discussing possible contingency plans before the FA Cup final. It's a couple of months ago we were discussing what would happen from a European standpoint. So I think that those discussions have already gone forward. I think he's just said that obviously he wants to have a good team. He was also asked about Steve Parish was interviewed earlier, and he said that he's going to be discussing the contract situation with Oliver Glasner in the coming weeks. And Oliver Glasner was asked what, you know, if there's been any discussions or anything like that. And he said, well, really, there hasn't been time for any kind of discussions. But he said, I've got another year on my contract, so there's no rush or anything like that. He said, you know, it'll happen whenever it happens, whenever we get the time to do it, which would suggest to me that he has no plans to go anywhere. But of course, we all know what the rumour mill is going on, so until we actually know one way or the other, I think it's impossible to say. But it looks like he's going to be sticking around, which would be a good thing. Hopefully the players will as well. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always, and I'll see you next time.